Hey everyone, welcome to the show. This is the Year of Profit video series. I am your host, Certified Life Coach Joe Shortridge. And on today's video, I want to go over something that I am a big fan of. I've done it, I still live it, and that is what we call gazelle intensity. Okay. So, are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Are you sick and tired of being broke? Are you sick and tired of being out of shape? Are you sick and tired of the life that you're living? Well, before I get into that, there's one thing that will help you with that is my new book. My new book is out. It is a 14-day morning affirmation transformation. You can find it up on Amazon.com or wherever you get your books from. Just click on the link I'll put in the description. It'll take you right to it. Buy that book. And it's not so much about me making the money off the book because I only make $2, but it's about me helping you change your life. It will help you change your life. You will become more prosperous. You'll become happier. You'll have a better life. Okay. So, anyhow, after you're done watching this, click on the link below. You'll see it in the show notes, or just go to Amazon and type in Joe Shortridge, and you'll find my book, The 14-Day Morning Affirmation Transformation. It will change your life. And after you're done reading it and after you're done actually doing what the book shows you, because it's not just about reading the book, it's about doing every day your morning affirmation and answering the questions that are in the book. And like I said, it will change your life. Okay. So on today's show or today's video, I want to talk about gazelle intensity. Okay. Becoming gazelle intense. And you're like, well, wait a minute, Joe, what is that? Okay. So, as you know, I am a financial coach through Ramsey Solutions. And when I was taking Financial Pease University, Dave kept talking about being gazelle intense. You know, sitting there and thinking, I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. I am going to get out of debt no matter what it takes. Damn it, I'm getting out of debt. Okay. And gazelle intensity is more of a feeling, and it is really an attitude also. Okay. So I know that a lot of you are not too religious, but Dave Ramsey is. And he was really in debt, struggling to get out of debt. And he prayed. He asked God to give him a sign. And he actually opened up his Bible. And he says that if you read Proverbs, you'll get debt free, because basically Proverbs is the guidepost or whatever to get out of debt. Okay, so if you read it, you'll get out of debt. Whatever. It. So he was opened his Bible, and it opened to 6:1-7. Okay, in this verse, it says, "If you signed surety, my son, do this: give no sleep to your eyelids, and no slumber to your eyes. Deliver yourself like a gazelle from the hunter and a bird from the fowler." And he's like, wait a minute. What the hell does that mean? Or I'm sure he didn't say it that way. But he's like, yeah, I'm asking to get out of debt, and you give me gazelles and birds. What does this mean? So he was kind of confused. And he says that later that night, he turned on the TV, and he turned on the PBS station. And on the station, there were gazelles. They were out in the field. And as he puts it, they were gazelling around, doing what gazelles do. But we know that the TV shows are not there just to see the gazelles. And as they pan over, there's Mr. Cheetah. And Mr. Cheetah is looking for lunch in all the right places. He's out in the field looking for the gazelles to make his lunch. Okay. Now, interesting fact about the cheetah: the cheetah is the fastest animal on earth. Okay. It can sprint from 0 to 47 miles an hour in 3 leaps. That's fast, dude. Okay. The gazelles are not that fast. So they're out there gazelling around, and all of a sudden, bam, here comes Mr. Cheetah chasing after the gazelles. And how did the gazelles not become lunch? They run their asses off. And as Dave Ramsey screams on stage, you want to get out of that, you got to be gazelle. You've got to run. You have to run, run, run. And I can't scream like he can because of my throat surgery, so you're just going to have to put up with what I got. But anyways, that's what it is. If you want to get out of debt, you got to be a gazelle. You have to fight for your life. You have to get out of debt. And the way you get out of debt is you got to run and fight for your life. You got to run as if your life depends on it, because your life depends on it. You have to run like a gazelle. These gazelles are interesting because, like I said, the cheetah can get up to 47 miles an hour in 3 steps, or 4 leaps, I should say. Okay, that's the statistical standard or whatever, I don't know. The gazelle is going to catch the cheetah. The cheetahs, or I said that backwards. The cheetah is going to catch the gazelle no matter what, because he can run 47 miles an hour. The gazelle cannot outrun the cheetah. But over half the time, they do. They outrun the cheetah because they're fighting for their lives. They're trying to get out of debt. They're trying to save their life. Just like you. You have to run. You have to get out of debt. You have to be gazelle intense and do everything you can to get your ass out of debt. You can't sit on your butt and get out of debt. You can fall into debt, but you can't fall your way out of debt. You have to fight your way out of debt. You have to fight every day. And yeah, it's going to hurt. Yes, there will be times when your family and friends make fun of you because something happened to you. This debt thing made you go crazy. And yes, it made me go crazy. Okay? You're going to find that your friends and your family are going to make fun of you. They're going to tell you you're crazy. They're going to tell you, hey, come on, man. You're working on getting out of debt. You know, you can come to the bar with us. You can come party with us. You can go to the restaurants with us. And you got to look at it and say, no, I'm gazelle intense. I'm getting out of debt. Dave Ramsey says, you're not going to see the inside of a restaurant unless you're working there, which is true. Okay. It's hard. Getting out of debt is hard. Think about this. Okay. And I just thought this up when I was recording this for the podcast. Think of a ladder. You've got all these rungs on the ladder. Okay. And those first few rungs are really far apart. They're your debt. Your debt is overwhelming. You are so far in debt, you don't know how you're going to get out of debt. But you start working on the debt snowball. And that first rung is far. It's hard. Getting out of debt is hard. But you reach up. And it just touches your fingertips, and you fight and you crawl and you get up there, and finally you get on that first rung and pull yourself up to the next one. You paid off that first debt. Now you're going to take that inertia that you had to reach for that rung, and you're going to reach for the next one. And it might come to here, or it might come to here, and you'll be able to put your hand around it. And you're going to be able to pull yourself up. And with that inertia, you got to the next one. And every step gets easier. I'm telling you, it is amazing that when you're doing your debt snowball and you're reaching those plateaus, or whatever you want to say, you're reaching that next rung, and it gets closer and easier and easier and easier. And by the time you get up to the finish, to the top of the ladder, you're just flying up that ladder. Okay. But you have to be gazelle intense. You have to get out of debt. You have to get in that gazelle intensity. You have to fight. You have to struggle. But it's worth it in the end. Okay. And being gazelle intent, like I said, your family and friends are going to make fun of you. Your broke friends are going to say, come on, man, it's just a couple bucks. Let's go to the bar. And you're like, no, I'm going to use those couple bucks to get out of debt. Okay. And Think about it. Do you want to be in the same place you are today in a year from now? You don't have to be. You can get out of debt using Gazelle intensity. All right. If you want some inspiration, go up and after you're done watching the video, type in Dave Ramsey debt-free screams. I'm telling you, you're going to shed a tear when you start hearing these stories and seeing these people that have got out of debt. And a lot of the debt-free screams, yes, the people are making like 150, 100,000. You're thinking, wait a minute, you're in debt $200,000, but you were making $100,000, or you were in debt for $60,000, but you're making $100,000. But the struggle is real for everybody. It doesn't matter how much money you're making. It doesn't matter if you're $1,000 in debt, but you're only making $1,000 a year, or you know what I mean. It's all percentage. And you're going to find that you look at your debts and you are making 30 grand a year and you're $7,000 in debt. It's going to be a struggle. Or if you're making $300,000 a year and you're $100,000 in debt, it's going to be the same struggle. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much debt you have. You're going to struggle, but it's worth it in the long run. But like I said, you've got to get Gazelle intense on getting out of debt. You've got to be a gazelle fighting for his life. You've got to run. You have to run, like Dave says. But he yells it a lot louder. I can't yell it, okay? But you've just got to have that attitude. You have to change your life. And I've done it. I was gazelle intense and getting out of debt. I paid off all my debts. I am debt free. My baby step number that I'm on is I'm on baby step 6. I'm paying the house off early. And usually when you get to this point, you don't have to be gazelle intense. It's time to relax and just stay on track. But I don't think so. I think that if you want to get out of debt and you want to be debt free and you want financial freedom, stay gazelle intense, you know. And it's hard. You listen to some of these debt-free screams and you're talking people that have been struggling and fighting to get out of debt for years, okay? And then finally, they're completely out of debt. A lot of people have paid off their house and everything, and they get up on Dave's stage and they scream they're debt-free. And you can see the emotion in their eyes. They tear up because they know that they did it. They got out of debt, and you can too. You know, just take those steps, take those baby steps. Run, fight for your life, fight to get out of debt, because once you're in debt, you know, Dave says that you're a slave, which you are. You're a slave to the debt. Okay. So I know a lot of people ask, well, Joe, okay, you're paying your house off early and you say you're gazelle intense, so how are you doing with that? Well, I just looked, and you know, a lot of you guys that listen to the show know that my car is pretty much on its last leg. I've just put a ton of money into it, and I drive a 2010 Ford Edge. I try to keep it nice. It looks clean. It gets us where we want to go. We travel in it all over the country to go to these shows that for the 222 Paranormal podcast. But it's getting up there in years. It needs some work, like I said, and the power steering is still leaking. I got to get that fixed next. But I'm saving. I made another bank account called the Ford account, and I'm paying myself payments in that account as if I was making car payments. Because when I'm ready to buy, I'll have that money in there. It's sort of like a sinking fund for business. But I'm gazelle intense on paying off my house early. And I looked, and the amount of money that I owe on my house is pretty much the same amount of money as I'm looking at a new car. And when I say new, I don't mean brand new. I'm talking 2 to 3 years old. And an interesting fact, okay, you say, well, millionaires, if you were a millionaire, which I'm not, but you know, I will be soon. I'm working on it. Give me a few years. But You say, well, millionaires, they all drive super hot cars. They probably drive Lamborghinis and Ferraris and the new Corvettes and all that. No. Dave did a study of millionaires, and he found that the average millionaire drives a 2 to 3 year old Honda Civic. That's it. That's the car of millionaires. They they don't drive the Ferraris or the Lamborghinis. I'm sure some of them have them, but the average millionaire drives a 2 to 3 year old Honda Civic. Another one they drive is the Ford Taurus, which I don't think it's even available now. But when they did the study, the Ford Taurus was still around. Millionaires are driving those. They're not showing, they're not showy. They don't have the expensive clothing. They don't have all that. Now, you look and some do, but be honest with you. A lot of those that are that flashy are still in debt. Okay. But it's not about how you look or how you drive. It's about your financial freedom and how you feel. And I'm telling you, if you get gazelle intense on paying these bills off, you will have financial freedom and financial peace, as Dave says. Like I said, it takes a lot to get out of that. It takes a lot to close this here. As you notice, I'm reading my notes. I gotta have my notes, and I'm done with those notes. So I'm coming right back to you, talking straight to you now, without my notes. But no, it is hard. It is very hard, and I struggled. I did it. I got out of debt, and I'm on baby step 6 now. I'm paying off the house early, and I'm still gazelle intense on doing it. I'm still doing the things on the side hustles. I'm still making the Bigfoot cutouts. I'm still making the garden boxes. I'm still going through, and like this weekend, I know when you watch this video, it probably won't be the same weekend, but this weekend, my sister Jen's having a garage sale. So I'm going through the house and I'm cleaning out the closets, and I'm finding everything I can that I can sell. If you're listening to the show, you notice that a few weeks ago, I went under the bed, and I have these drawers under the bed, and they're full of clothes that I don't even wear anymore. Okay. I mean, as you see, I got my lucky shirt on right now. These are the kind of things I'm still wearing. I have a whole drawer of clothes that I'm not even wearing. So what I do is I bag them up, and I was going to take them to Goodwill, but Jen's like, wait a minute, gazelle intensity. Why give them away? Put them in the garage sale. So I've got those in the tote. I've got a bunch of stuff I got out of the closet. I went out in my shed, and I cleaned out my shed, and I found that I've got peanut butter jars of stainless steel nuts and bolts. So I've got all the stuff I'm going to sell in the garage sale, and what doesn't sell, I'll donate. But it's gazelle intense. Do those kind of things. Sell everything. Put everything on eBay. Sell on eBay. Have garage sales. Sell everything. Sell so much the kids think they're next. That's what Dave says. Sell everything so the kids think they're next. Like I said, it's hard. It is. But get gazelle intense. Get mad. Get to the point where that's it. I've had it. This is the last time a debt collector calls me. This is the last time. I am getting out of debt. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Get gazelle intense. Get those emotions going and get out of debt. And have a great day. Goodbye. Oh, wait. One more thing before I let you go, please. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. The videos are going to be better. It's just not me babbling. I'm going to have some videos up. I'm working on some sleep videos to help you sleep, some meditation videos to help you feel better and change your life, change your attitude, change your mental state, change your health state. We're going to work together to make this your year of profit. Get up there on Amazon. Click that link below. It's right there. See it? See it right down there? See it? Click that link below and pick up my book, The 14-Day Morning Affirmation Transformation. It will change your life. Do the steps in the book. Do that in 14 days. and you'll become a better person. All right. So, anyways, thank you for watching. Have a great day. Get out, exercise, go walk in the park, do whatever, but make this your year of profit. All right. Goodbye.